So this pulled pork is going to be a base of 4 video series. In episode 1, it's kind of condensed version to show you all together. It's a great video, don't get me wrong. It shows a lot of information. And for most of you, it would be a good one to start with. But if you want to get kind of in-depth from a competition standpoint, then I encourage you to watch the other videos. You'll see the one on trimming the Boston butt. We'll go in detail explaining what we're going to do to trim the Boston butt, so when you have it and you present it to somebody, you can explain and understand what the butt's going to be. Then we'll come here and show you injection, show you how we inject it, show you what we're going to use for injection. That's in the first video, but I'll show you a little kind of in-depth what we're going to do with it. And then we will go into the third, which is going to be the presentation. We'll show you how we take a Boston butt and tear it apart so that you can take that video and you can use it. You can explain every piece of the muscle that's in that Boston butt. So again, I encourage you to watch the videos. If you got any questions, comments, leave in the comment section down below. If you like this video, make sure you like it, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. That way we can notify new videos coming out. They'll be coming out on a weekly basis. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media platforms. We'd love to hear from you. Also, check out our website. Our website's got all of our recipes on it. It's also got a schedule for upcoming series when we do competitions at. And we'd love to meet you. If you got any questions, again, please reach out to us. We'd love to talk with you, love to share information, and share new techniques and recipes. That's what we want to do. So again, thanks for watching. Let's get in this video. See you next time. So here's what we got. We got a Boston butt. It's bone-in Boston butt. And if you don't know about a Boston butt, I'm going to give you a real quick breakdown. When you see on the opposite of the bones on this side right here, when you feel the bone, opposite of the bone right here, the striations going this way and up and down, that area indicates that's a money muscle. That's what we're looking for in competition. This here's got a pretty nice little money muscle in it. I want something usually good the size of silver dollar or bigger. Wherever here the bone is, this is the horn meat. So we got the money muscle on this side, this is the horn meat, right here in the center is the roast. So what we're going to do, we're going to kind of start trimming this down. I'm going to trim this down a little aggressively because from a competition standpoint, I like to kind of get only the usable meat, the meat I really want to use and showcase. So I'm going to kind of do that with here because what I'm going to take off, a lot of it is still just going to be trash and we don't necessarily want to eat that. So first things first is, you look on top of this, you see all this little silver skin, a little bit of cartilage and stuff here. I'm going to basically take the top of this roast area and I'm going to cut this down. I want to basically make this whole money muscle a uniform thickness. So all this stuff right in here, I'm going to take a knife and just first off slice this off. Then I'm going to trim out my money muscle so that when I showcase the rubbing it, I get all the way around it. And that way when we take it apart, pull it apart, and we separate it, we can show you different pieces of meat, how each different cuts are different. So let me get the trimming and show you what we got. So as I said a while ago, I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut this right here off and get rid of this. So I'm going to take my knife, and I'm just going to go across of it. You see all that? Getting down into the meat right here. See them pieces of little cartilage that's left on there? We don't necessarily want that. So I'm just going to take it and cut it. Get that going. So now I'm looking at here, and now I'm really showcasing just the meat. You can see the meat's coming through. You can see the fat in there. You can see it's got a good little grain to it. That's what I'm looking for. This over here is not going to help me. We don't want to eat that. Now I'm going to come here and start doing the same thing over here. I'm going to take and start cutting across the top. Like I said, always cut thin to win. I can cut multiple times, but if I cut thick, I can only do one time. So I always just take it cut thin to win. So come up top of it, get it. I'm going to get rid of this little bit of silver skin right here. Get it going. Work my way down. I'm going to come right here on this side where the money muscle's at. I'm going to really thinly just start carving up off the fat right off top of it. So I'm going to get this thing exposed right here. Just exposing that meat. Get rid of that silver skin. That way when I put a rub on it, I'm going to rub straight to the meat. Now, this fat vein right here, this is going to separate the roast from the money muscle. I'm going to take my knife and just start kind of working my way in there, going in and then turning and coming up. Just cutting it that back. Then when I start doing it, point at my knife and work my way around. Just want to separate that money muscle from that roast. There's a little fat vein. There's a little fat. See right here? A little bit of the fat right here. This is what's going to separate that money from that roast. And I want to kind of follow that around and start rolling this out. Once I get to the point, I can usually take my fingers and do a lot of it with my fingers. All right. Now, see what I said there? Here's a good size, a good silver dollar.
That's what we're looking for right there. When we slice that up and take the daggers out of it, it'll be really good. Now, I'm through with what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to come right over here. I'm going to take the rest of this little bit of fat off here at the top of this horn. Just get rid of that a little bit. All right, now got that. Now I'm gonna flip it over. Look at the fat cap. So this right in here, this meat right in here, this is between the fat cap and the meat. There's 2 layers of fat there. This is what competition they keep calling bacon. We're going to expose this a little bit. I just want to take a little bit of this fat off the top here so I rub and get down into it. I don't want to necessarily leave it too exposed. This one right here is probably a little aggressively trimmed for normal competition. I would leave a little more fat on here. But I'm going to take this right here and I'm going to slice this down just a little bit. But this right here is a hard fat. That ain't going to do me no good. So I'm going to take the knife, just follow the fat and pull it off. I ain't going to do it make the bottom of my smoker dirty. So now I'm going to take it and turn it around. I'm going to just follow up. I'm just trying to get the hard fat off. The soft fat would render out and it'll add flavor. The hard fat won't render out and it'll just make me deal with it later on or it'll be in the bottom of the smoker. So I'm just going to take some of this fat off. Like I said, if you see what I'm doing, I'm cutting really thin. I'm basically just shaving it. Take a knife and just shave it. And I know it may slow it down a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'll have a product that I know I've got what I want. If I go really thick, I might mess it up, and if I'm doing a competition, I'm wasting some money. I don't necessarily want to do that. I don't want to waste meat, waste money, because better be safe than sorry. Turn around, get the other side. Now I'm feeling all this fat. Feel like it's all pretty soft. All this fat's pretty soft, except for right there on the edge. All right, so this is what we got. This is how we trimmed the Boston butt. All right, so this is what we got. We trimmed the Boston butt. You saw me take the top of the roast off, got rid of that little sinew and stuff, got it exposed my good meat. So now we can ready to start injecting it.
This is how you cook pulled pork in the BBQ Smoker Style. If you like our videos, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also subscribe to our videos. Turn the notification bell on. That way we notify you new videos coming out, and they'll be coming out on a weekly basis. Again, so we will eat, say the blessing, then we'll go outside and eat. Let's say the blessing. Lord, bless who about to receive. In His name pray. Amen. Golly, you want some? Come here. Sit. You want some? Oh, I got you a big piece here. Good Lord, you'll eat my fingers off. Thank y'all for watching. See you next time.